What's up, Keymakers? Today I'm going to show you how to set up BeMob tracking with AdWords. So I got a question on a YouTube video, and so this is a response to that question. So Bradley Smith, can you show me how to set up BeMob tracking with AdWords? So I've got that set up, and I want to show you how to do it. So if you're using BeMob, you of course have to add a traffic source, and I've added Google AdWords. And I'll show you what mine looks like. You have an external ID, and then you have these custom parameters. And so now would be a good time to pause the video and add these custom parameters in this traffic source. But if you want to know where I got these parameters, I got them from this page right here. So I would take this page, and I eventually found it through Google Ads. And I basically clicked on the tracking template here and went to learn more. So I'm at the ad creation point inside of Google AdWords, and if you want to figure out how to navigate there yourself, you come down here. By default, Add URL options is closed. You open it up, and then you click on or you hover over this question mark on tracking template, and then you click Learn More. And eventually, after digging around in this support area, I came across this right here. And this is the Google Ads value track parameters. And these are parameters that you can use for your tracking template. And so that's what we're seeing here. This is where I grabbed all that information from, specifically these items right here on the left-hand side. And of course you can't use all of them because you can only use up to 10. But depending on your campaign, you might want to come through here, read up on these, and figure out if these are the ones that you want to use, or if you want to use other ones. Also, there are some other options in here that you might want to become familiar with just on this page alone, depending on if you're doing a shopping campaign or if you've got a video campaign. But in general, this is the one that I used, and so that's what's added here. Okay, so I saved that as a traffic source. I don't need to save it now because I've already done that. I've added a landing page. This is a page on my website. I've added an offer. This is an affiliate offer, and specifically I added a campaign. So the campaign looks like this. And I've got my landing page and my offer set up here. Now, the reason why I chose to add a landing page to this, now sometimes you can just send people straight to the affiliate offer, but the reason I chose to add a landing page on this particular one is for Google Ads. Now, Google Ads was, of course, formerly Google AdWords. I feel like we should sort of talk about that for a minute, but Google AdWords has been rebranded to Google Ads. Now, I don't want to hear anybody really come back to me and say, I got my account banned on Google Ads. And this is your warning for that, because Google doesn't want your site to be a pass-through site. So if you're going to do ads on Google, you have to be extremely careful with it, and you have to do it in such a way that it feels like when somebody lands on the page that the only option for them isn't for your site to be sending them to another site where they're being sold a product. And there are lots of different ways to do that, but this video isn't about that right now. And I'm not even talking about anything cloaking. So there are plenty of white hat ways to do that. But you have to be extremely careful. The only way to be 100% safe and to make sure your account doesn't get banned with Google is to make sure you read their advertising guidelines and make sure you adhere to them. So that being said, at that point, the key things that I've seen most affiliate sites that are being advertised in Google have are some sort of disclaimer. Basically, we're talking about navigation links. So there's a disclaimer page, sometimes an About Us page, a Terms of Use page, a privacy policy page, and a home page, not to mention the page that you're trying to advertise right then and there in Google. So generally speaking, all of those have to be linked to in a clear and obvious place from the landing page that you're using inside of Google. So specifically, after you've got that entire page set up, then you can add your information to Google. Okay, you can add your campaign URL to Google. So my campaign URL I can then take and I can copy. For Google Ads, I've already gone through the process of adding a new campaign and setting up ad groups and creating ads. I'm on the step of creating ads, and I didn't want to go through all those steps because all those steps are not really important for what we're trying to accomplish in this video. And I'm simply just trying to show you how to use the tracking, BeMob tracking properly inside of Google AdWords. So once you have a campaign URL, you're able to then come here and drop in your URL. So when you load this page and it eventually hits create ads, like I said, this will be closed. You have to open add URL options, and then if you want to add anything for final URL suffix or custom parameters, say for instance custom parameters would be something you might want to pass along to analytics if your AdWords and analytics accounts are connected. So you can pass this information and you can go look that up online, but if you have certain campaigns set up, you can pass parameters like source or there are multiple other ones, but you can come up with custom parameters. There's about 5 of them that you would want to pass along to Google Analytics. I won't. Now these can be anything that you want to pass, but I'm going to avoid the search right now on Google search. But there's probably about 5 different things that you would want to add if you're going to do custom parameters. You don't have to do those. That's sort of what our BeMob tracking is set up for. Anyways, I'm just sort of trying to explain what this is. So then there's a final URL suffix. These are parameters that are going to get added to your final URL. So once you have a final URL added in here, these are going to get added to them. So this is my landing page, and this is a landing page I've set up inside of ClickFunnels. And the way I have this set up, it's an actual functioning affiliate landing page. Inside of ClickFunnels, I have a button here that this is a bridge funnel page. If you're familiar with funnels at all I'm doing here is sending people through. This is an example of the page when we're actually previewing it. I'm collecting an email address and then sending people through to an affiliate offer. So from here, what I have happening is this ends up submitting the page. But again, if you're familiar with ClickFunnels at all, instead of submitting the page and then going to the thank you page, I'm submitting the page and then sending them straight to the affiliate offer. So if you're looking for where that is inside of ClickFunnels, you're using ClickFunnels, you're looking for where that is, you can just say on submit, go straight to, and in this case, I'm using the affiliate URL. So that's sort of how I have it set up inside of ClickFunnels for this page where I'm simply sending people through to a free book. And I'm collecting an email, and then when the user hits submit, I still collect the email, but then I forward them on to so that I can follow up with them with my autoresponders and other funnels that I might have, but then I still send them on to try to get them to sign up for the Expert Secrets book. So that's really the offer that I've got put in right here. And so for final URL, you have to put where eventually that BeMob is going to take you. So the BeMob tracking URL is some crazy URL that you have. And in my particular case, I have a landing page. So my final URL is going to be the landing page that I have for this campaign. So what that equates to is this URL right here, whatever this URL is for this landing page. So this is what my landing page looks like. And here's the URL for it. I don't have any special tokens for this one. This is my page. And I did some testing. You don't have to include offers right here, especially with the way I'm doing it. But if you're going to do special tracking with the way that BeMob does it, you can look into adding offers right here. And then the very first link would be the offer on the page that you have associated with this campaign and this landing page. But I'm not getting into that right now. I'm just simply trying to explain what this URL is. This URL is what this URL is taken to, basically. So how do we know if this is correct inside of Google AdWords? So all we have to do is real simple. We come down here, click this test button. Then a URL pops up. They say landing page found. This is my final URL. And then tracking call was successful. And then the landing page was found. So, and that's specifically when parallel tracking is not supported. But with parallel tracking, it hits the landing page and the tracking URL. And so everything is set up properly. I know that Google is okay with this information right here. And so like I said, whatever information you want to pass here, you can do that, and you can set that up inside of traffic sources and set that up inside of any one of those 10 parameters that you can pass with the traffic source. So that's pretty much it for Google Ads and the tracking template. Set up your final URL as the page that BeMob will take the user to when they click on the link in the ad. And then drop in your campaign URL from BeMob right here in the tracking template and verify it by clicking test. Again, be super careful when you're doing any sort of affiliate marketing with Google Ads, because if you do it incorrectly and Google sees your landing page or your website as a pass-through website, you will get banned. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long you've been with Google. Or how much money you've spent with them. They will ban your account if you do it incorrectly and you're not careful. So read up on it, make sure you follow their guidelines, and see how other people are doing it. A few quick searches here's a quick way to find some other examples of ways that people are doing it correctly and ways that they're being careful not to get banned. Go to ClickBank, search for some ClickBank products, and then go back to Google search and search for those same ClickBank products inside of Google search and look at the ads inside of there and the landing pages there. Now, what you'll probably notice is the landing pages that you'll find for those ads for those ClickBank products are not the landing pages of the ClickBank products. Instead, they are landing pages of affiliates who are using Google Ads. So there's just a little tip of where you can go see some other good examples of where people are doing that. Still, if you come across something, you still have to be careful not to copy it directly. You have to make sure that you are following Google Ads guidelines. I can't say it enough. So that's it. I hope that was helpful to Rahul. I think that's how you say his name. And I will see you guys in the next video.